And the prayer leader came to the decision that he would go once again to that country. Perhaps he would still lead them out of their folly. And he went there, came up to the guards, and he began speaking with one guard in his usual way. The guard told him about the warrior, that they are in great terror of him. The prayer leader asked him, "What do you have in mind to do?" The guard told him the idea mentioned above, that they want to send to the country where they are all gods. The prayer leader laughed heartily at him and said, "That is quite a great folly, because they are humans like we are, and all of you, with all your gods, are all merely humans, and not one of them is any god at all. There is no more than one God over the world, He who created everything, and He alone should be served, and only to Him one should pray. And this alone is the main purpose in the world." This and the similar argumentation the prayer leader spoke with the guard, and the guard heard none of it, since their foolish belief had already been ingrained within them from a long time ago, as mentioned. However, the prayer leader debated with him extensively until finally the guard answered him, "What more can I do? I am only one individual in the world, and against me are the numerous residents of the country." Now this already had somewhat of an appearance of a response. This answer was a small consolation for the prayer leader, because he understood that his words had begun to penetrate the ears of the guard, as the words which the prayer leader had spoken before with the guard, and the words which he spoke now joined together until they stirred him somewhat, because the response that the guard had answered, "What can I do?" revealed that the words of the prayer leader were already starting to enter his heart a little bit, to the extent that he began slightly to have doubts and lean towards him a little. And so the prayer leader went to another guard and also spoke with him in his usual way, as above. And he too did not listen to him, but at the end he also replied as above, "I am one person," and so forth as above. And so all the guards answered him this response in the end. Afterwards the prayer leader entered the city and began to talk with them in his usual way, inasmuch as they are all very much in complete error, and money is no goal at all. Rather, the essential purpose is solely to delve in Torah, in prayer, and so forth. They did not listen to him, for they were all very much rooted in money from a long time ago. And they told him about the warrior, and that they want to send to the country where they are all gods, etc. He laughed at them too, and told them that that was a folly, and they are all humans, and they will not be able to help you at all, because you are human, and they are human, and they are no God whatsoever. There is only one God, blessed is He. As for the warrior, he replied to them using this expression, "Isn't this the warrior?" Like someone wondering, "Isn't he the one who knows?" They did not understand what he meant, and so he went from one to the other, and continued talking this way with them as above. And as for the warrior, he said to everyone, "Isn't this the warrior?" as above. They did not understand his words, what he meant. Meanwhile, a commotion broke out in the city, inasmuch as there was found someone who says such things, making laughter of their faith, and saying that there is only one, that is, one Hashem, Yisbarach, blessed is He, And as for the warrior, he always says, "Isn't this the warrior?" as above. They understood that this must certainly be the prayer leader, because he was already well known to them as mentioned. They ordered for him to be sought and caught, even though he always appeared differently, and sometimes presenting himself as a merchant, sometimes as a poor person, and so forth. Wherefore they were not able to catch him, as mentioned. Nonetheless, they knew of this too, that the prayer leader constantly presents himself differently. They ordered an investigation into him to have him captured, and he was sought out until they caught him. And they brought him to the elders.